All right, so I guess I'm live.
You're live? Alright, let's
Can you see me?
testing one, two, two,
Huh? I need to test it.
I think it should be working. Come on. You're live.
I'm live?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm live. So before this moment leaves, so I guess I should talk about that. What's up, everybody? Hold on 1 second. Andrew, can I hang up on you now?
Yeah.
I should?
Yeah.
All right. I think they heard me say that, but hey. it don't really matter.
You good.
All right, man. Peace. Whoa. What's up, everybody? It's Calvin. Welcome to my album reveal. Right now, the song that we chose to reveal first, not necessarily chose to reveal first, it's the very first song on the album. It's called Before This Moment Leaves. And, the inspiration behind this song was basically, being in a relationship, or sometimes you find yourself after being there for a while and you want the relationship to go to the next level. Then you realize that nothing really moves unless there's an open line of communication. You have to know basically what the other person wants as well as what you want, and y'all have to be on the same page. Sometimes you have to break it all the way down to its simplest form and be like, you know, just tell me where to go, to really tell me what you want, because you can never really, sometimes you never really know what the other person wants, unless they verbalize that simply. So um, that's basically what the inspiration behind the song was. And you see how short it is, right? Because it's very simple. So yeah, let's listen to the song. Oh, that's my son. All right, so let's talk about We Gonna Love Tonight. Basically, We Gonna Love Tonight is it's just about that time um, when you get the opportunity to spend with that special someone that you really want to be with, in an intimate setting, um, to satisfy your innermost spiritual, um, let's just get down to it, sexual desires. And you know, it basically rolls it out play by play, how it's gonna go down from start to finish. Talk about a little bit of things that um, I want, as well as what I think um, she may want, and you know, basically that's just how it goes down. We're gonna love tonight. We get into the song. Um, it goes down just like that. We just unfolds and plays and stuff. It's a simple song. Um, you know, it's just grown and sexy. Anybody that's grown, and if you're sexy, I know you can understand it. Hold on. What's going on here? Hey, I know y'all watching me right now, but my social media guys, hey, you see me looking over at my phone. Well, you see me looking to the right. Well, my phone is over there, so I'm just kind of figuring it out. Hold on, I'm with you though. We together. So I kind of got uh, set up, but it's all good. I can tell y'all about the songs. Stick with me. Hold on. Cha cha cha. Let's see. Boom boom boom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna answer a couple of these questions here. Um, da, da, da. And the fans tweeted in. Just Tish at Just Tish. Let's see. Tish says, "Do you prefer the up close and personal events versus the arena concerts?" Well, me personally, um, I do prefer the intimate type setting. To be honest about it, you know, I feel more connected with the people. You know, I love performing in front of the bigger crowds as well. But if I had to choose um, between the arena versus a more intimate setting, you know, I think I probably would go for the more intimate setting because there's so many people in a room. Um, when you're in a big setting, it's hard to touch everybody. Like I can project, you know, and you know people get it, but it's nothing like you know being up close and personal. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, cool. All right. Um, at you, I'm not even going to try to say this. I'm just going to answer your question. It says, "What was the inspiration for the tribute to Bobby Womack album?" Well, Bobby Womack was actually the inspiration. I feel like he was definitely unsung. You know, I think his whole career, although a lot of people knew about him and Bobby Womack was a big name, I still don't. I think that he was one of those people that his grind was a slow grind, and you know he never got the recognition for all the things that he done for his great body of work. You know, because you know Bobby Womack, you know, did stuff for everybody from Patti LaBelle to Rolling Stone, Mick Jagger, and all them guys. You know, Sam Cooke. Um, I mean, it was just so many that he did work for. So I just felt like there was a younger generation there that otherwise, if I hadn't did it, or people like myself, but I felt like I was responsible for introducing it to a younger demographic, um, so to speak. You know, so that his work wouldn't be slept on. And so a lot of people felt like a lot of the younger people, once I did it, that it was my music. But you know, obviously it's not. And then if they delve a little bit deeper, they understand that that body of work was, you know, for the man himself, Bobby Womack, and I'm glad that I did it years before he passed away. And you know, Bobby was he gave me his blessings on it via email. I never got a chance to meet him, never saw one of his shows or anything. Just always loved the man. Glad I did it. Um, yeah, let's hop back into let me see. I think there's a song or two that I probably need to address. Hearsay. Hearsay, that's an easy one right there. Anybody know hearsay. You know how the streets talk, you know how everybody talk when you was in a relationship. I was telling Eric the other day when we was talking about parental advisory stickers. I felt like they should have should have put general advisory sticker on this album because you know if you grown and sexy and all that good stuff and you ain't got nobody, you might want to listen with caution. You know what I'm saying? But you know sometimes being by yourself is a good thing as well. So I didn't leave nobody out. But hearsay is basically when you do have somebody and you know just the world and the people that don't want to see you with somebody, they always have something negative to say about what's being done or what this one is doing or what that one is doing or why they not doing this and why they doing that. Like, you know, you just got to shut the world out and just don't really give a damn about what people got to say. You know what I'm saying? Because if you with that person, if you really love that person, you're gonna be with them anyway. So, you know what I mean? Best thing to do is just shut them out and you know make the world a better place, make your world a better place anyhow, because you better off without them. You know what I mean? Cool. Let's just go straight to Unreasonable. I don't even want to wait for this one. Unreasonable was actually Eric Benet's. That was his brainchild. He thought this up. This was actually the very first song that we got in the studio and started working on. But you know, Eric already know where he was going with this song. Unreasonable is like you know, from a man's point of view, um, when you love someone and you feel like you may give so much of yourself that it's just not being reciprocated, that it's just unreasonable, that the person that you're giving your love to don't get it. You know, when you started out, you know, it used to be all up at some point, I ain't gonna say just starting out, because sometimes it start out this way and then sometimes it get on down the road. But and turns out to be this way. But you know, everything is lovely. Anything that you want to do, when it's that way, in the relationship, the other person is for it. But you know, after a while, if you've been in a relationship for a while, and you know that the person that you're with is really there for you, and they go out of their way for you, you kind of, maybe without even realizing it, you kind of take them for granted. The things that they'll do for granted, and things that you used to do together for granted, and you put it on the back burner for your friends, so to speak. You know, so uh, unreasonable is, you know, just simply that. Like, we feel like it's just unreasonable how much I love you, how much I give of myself, and you know, not necessarily get it back, you know, at some point. You know, cool. You understand what I'm saying? You can just say, yeah, it's all good. I can't see you, but I can feel you. Cool. Let me go back up here and I'm gonna answer a question, another question. Somebody said, my wife and I are ready for baby number 3. Will this album play a major role for our next, as your music has before? I say absolutely. And you know, before I even read this question, I just stated a few minutes ago that the general advisory sticker that should have been on this album, that, you know, really, if you don't have anybody, you should listen with caution. Even if you do have somebody, you should you know, pump your brakes and take precautions if you don't want to addition to the family, so to speak, you know. But I feel like definitely, I put something in there just for you. You know, that's what I do, and you know I wasn't gonna leave you out. So, what is the baby number 3? Oh man, it's all good. You in the house, and so I can go ahead and tell you congratulations right now. You know what I mean? And if you want a good name for the baby, you know, when you get it in there, holler at your boy. uh, all right, hang on for a second. Let me see what song we rolling out on right now. Nah, nothing just yet. We still on Unreasonable. So I'm gonna take another question. Let me see. Okay. Keep up the good work. Coming to Greenville area anytime soon. Oh yeah, what Greenville area? I've had a few calls about coming to Greenville area for a performance, and so I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to Greenville. It's been a little while since I had the opportunity to come to what they call it the upstate. You know what I'm saying? So um, yeah, so soon, Greenville, I'm definitely gonna come, and hopefully when I get there, I'll see you, because your name is not on here. I can't really say who you are, but I'll be in Greenville soon. You know, I'm from the Carolinas, right down the road. You know what I mean? No longer there, but that's where I'm from. Can't wait. Mm. Okay, at the Real Cat Eyes, September 26th. Um, she says personal experience makes the greatest novels, sermons, or films. With I Am Calvin, will we know you more intimately from this album? Is it personal? Well, I think there's a bit more intimate details. You'll understand a little bit more what I think. Um, I said, you know, I speak on a little bit more private issues on this album than I did before on my previous album. So I think what's going to happen is you'll definitely get to understand how Calvin Richardson mind really works. the things that I think about, the things that I do or want to do, being in a relationship and, just dealing with people. And so I think you'll definitely get to know me just a little bit more intimately and a little bit more on a personal level, because I let you in, I let you peep over my wall and see what's going on inside the brain of Calvin Richardson. Cat eyes. Thanks for the question. That's a good one. So once you get this album and you listen to a few songs, tweet me back and tell me what you know. All right. All right. Now, Dark Side of Love is the song that we're on right now that's rolling out on Instagram. And Dark Side of Love was a song that Eric Benet, he came up with Dark Side of Love totally on his own. I wrote nothing on that song. Only thing I did was sing the song. Because there's always a dark side to love. And, it could be expressed in so many different ways. You can see it can show itself in so many different ways, be it something as simple as an attitude, um, that that you may get, speaking from my perspective, from a woman, and otherwise things is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? There's two sides to a coin. And so Dark Side of Love is basically, Eric just speaking on that. And it's real bluesy. It's a real bluesy Ray Charles type vibe. It's got that piano, real distinguished piano riff. And went back and got a horn section to come in there and do this record. It's all live. It's one of those records that when you hear it, you'll know that you heard it and you'll never forget it. Dark Side of Love. I'm sure that everybody out there that's ever dealt with anybody can relate to it. And for those of you that gets the album, pre-order the album, and goes out and buy the album, there was a limited edition, a limited amount of albums that we put out there that I slipped an extra song on it, a bonus, a golden ticket, so to speak. So if you get that album prior to the cutoff, you'll get the album with the bonus on it. Nobody else will get that song. Nobody anywhere will have that song besides that certain number of people. The name of that song is Slow Job, and I'm not going to speak on too much about that song because, like I said, it's a special gift to you guys. A little bonus for going out, supporting me. And it's not even listed in the track listing on the album. So it's going to pop up in a random place where you're going to look at it and say, oh, this song is supposed to be this. It's actually something else. That was by design. We did that on purpose. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay. I'll Take Care of You. I'll Take Care of You is actually on the album. It's an old Bobby Blue Bland record. I decided to do I'll Take Care of You because when I decided to go back and start working the chitlin circuit, so to speak, maybe for the last 4 or 5 years, maybe a little bit longer than that, started, going back, reconnecting with my roots. Bobby Blue Bland was one of the artists that I would work with, and our paths has crossed many times when I was out there before he passed away. And he would always pull me to the side and give me advice about different things on, um, just staying in the business and, how to approach the stage, so to speak, and, um, the tempo that I set my show, from the start to finish. And so, with his passing, I just wanted to choose one song from his catalog, which he had a vast catalog, many, many, many songs, many hits. But he was over in the blues lane, and so I chose that song to do just to pay tribute. The same way that I did with the Bobby Womack, but I didn't feel that I need to do a complete album at this stage anymore. So I just did the one song called "I'll Take Care of You." And it was produced by my man Jonathan Rich out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Jonathan, my man, if you're watching. Peace. Good job, buddy. So let's go back and I'm gonna answer a couple of more questions. Let me see what I have here. Okay, I think I got all the questions. So we'll just vibe a little bit. Let me see. Well, I got to tell you guys that I really had a ball, just being out on the road and meeting you guys out there, promoting this album, getting out there to perform. And it's really been a lot, but I've enjoyed every moment of it. And, you know, I'm looking forward to getting out there and really getting into showcasing this album, getting a chance to perform some of the songs off of this album, because I've been out there doing promo, but the only song that I was actually doing out there on the road was "We Gonna Love Tonight." And so now I'm excited to get out there and do some of the other cuts off of the album, like "A Dark Side of Love," "Before This Moment," "Leave," um, "Home in a Minute," whatever, So with my live band and give it to you guys the way that only Calvin Richardson can do it. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that's what's up. Y'all stay with me. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and get that album tomorrow, because it's on. It's the last day. It's only a few more hours. So if you haven't ordered the album already, I'm sure if you're watching me, you've already ordered it. So, tweet your friends, at me, hit me on Instagram, all that good stuff, and tell me what your favorite songs are. Okay? I guess I should have been playing some of the music so you guys can hear it right now. Huh? Well, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I don't have the music with me, but I do. I'll take that back. But see that? Boom. That's the album cover right there. So I guess I do have it, but they caught me in the middle of the transition. You know what I'm saying? So I just I'm living out of boxes right now, to be honest about it. You know what I mean? So I just moved, got a new house, and man, for the last few days, I gotta be honest, and like I just been moving for the last few days. I just sat down, like I'm over here actually in my sunroom. Well, you see that reflection right there. that's I'm in my sunroom, and that's outside over there. So you just can't see it. I should have turned the lights on so you can saw my backyard with the waterfall and all that good stuff. But that's okay. Let's give you the reason why you don't hear the music while I'm talking, okay, as I talk about it. But I got you. Let's talk about what would I do. What would I do is basically, well, really how it started out. It was just basically a conversation that Eric and I was having about, you know, let's say if you have a friend that you, just a, you know, platonic friend, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing going on between you and the friend, but you see this friend and, you know, she's in a relationship, but you really would like to be in a relationship. I mean, you can see yourself being in a relationship with that person, and it's like, man, oh man, I would do anything if I had the opportunity to be in that situation with you. So basically, it's, you know, it's just talking about different things, you know, that, you know, one would be willing, the length that one would be willing to go to be with that individual. I got Big Gift to come in and from the Goody Mob and lay down 12 bars on the song. Man, I mean, he really, like I said, the song is, you know, just talking hypothetically about what, you know, I would do if I had the opportunity to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a great song. You know, it's more up tempo. This whole album got a lot more tempo than I normally would go with on my album. And so that's thanks to my man DeMonte Posey um, for blessing me with those beats, and obviously Eric Benet, you know, executively and physically producing these records. So it's all good. We got a couple of more minutes before we go into that. So you guys know that I'm on the road, right? So I just got the vehicle wrapped a couple of weeks ago. And so what I want you to do, if you guys see me out there, you picture me rolling, I need you to take a picture of the van, you know, but you got to take a picture of the van rolling. You can't, you know, go online and try to find it where I posted a couple of pictures, which there's only 2 pictures I think I posted of it. So, but you got to go take a picture. If you see me rolling, because I'm rolling. I mean, starting this weekend, actually, I'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina, Friday night, and I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina, Saturday night. Okay, so take a picture of the van, and you know what I'm saying, hashtag picture me rolling. I am Calvin Richardson, and you know, I'm gonna put something else. I'm gonna hit you back with something else. Okay, and don't forget, everybody that's watching me right now, to tell your friends they only have, if they follow me on Instagram, I'm following you right back. Like literally, I'll follow you right back as soon as I see that you follow me. I'm gonna follow you back. All right, because most followers love their leaders, and this leader love the followers. You follow me, I follow you, and I see you back there. I'm watching. All right, cool. Okay, let's talk about this next song, More Than a Picture. More Than a Picture, I didn't write this song. Jonathan Rich and wrote this song. And what is Gino? Gino, I apologize, my brother. Let me see. Tell you what Gino's last name is. You should know. Not you should know it, but you need to know it. I need to know it as well. picture. Da, 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 da. Oh, Gino. Oh, okay. Well, don't worry about that. You know, my man Jonathan Richmond, Thomas L. Seabrooks. That's Gino. But and Tanya Dyson, and they wrote that song. It's a great song. You know, uh, it's basically about being in a long distance relationship and not being able to see the person that you want to see when you want to see them as often as you want to see them, and having a picture of them. That's one thing. That's good, but you can't. It don't fulfill your needs. You understand what I'm saying? When you want to just be with that person, or when you want to take a walk at the park, when you want to hang out about just fulfilling your sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? Although that is a part of it. When you're in a long distance relationship, you lose out on a lot of things. And so basically, you know, it's a great song. It's an up tempo song. We in the club with that song. You hear with that song. You know what I'm saying? That's what we at. So that's more than a picture. Great song. Like on this album right here, this album is really, I'm experimenting in areas that normally I wouldn't venture over into, and it really worked out really well for me, and I'm happy about doing it. But the reason I never did it before was I don't know, I built my fan base, on my slow ballads, crooning, and going, just being here all the time, you know what I'm saying, rather than, what I'm saying, putting some of this in it, you know what I mean? Because I guess truth be told, I know, and a lot of from seeing me on YouTube, if you never saw me live, I mean, truth, fact of the matter is, I'm not really a dancer, and so I didn't really make a lot of music that you can dance to. But now we got music that you can dance to. You know what I'm saying? You can get your groove on to. This album right here, I am. Everyone to know. Well, I ain't know. Here we go. Now it's perfect time for you to get to know Calvin Snails. This album is very well rounded. You know what I mean? Very well rounded. So we just hanging out. You're getting to know who Calvin is. Um, uh, I know y'all heard some of the snippets online already. All week I've been rolling out those snippets of different songs. So you got a little feel of what it's going to be like. We Gonna Love Tonight is number 15 on the charts right now. It's been 6 months almost that song been out, and it's been going up, been up, been up every week. And so, that's really a blessing. I gotta say thanks to y'all guys, for really supporting me. My Calvinites, the Royal family, that's how we continue to do that. All right. I have something that I've been telling you about. I started telling you about it like last year, but I postponed it. It's called the Royal Family Reunion, because my Calvinites is like a royal family, because I am the Prince of Soul. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna have a big royal family reunion soon. It's gonna happen soon. But I got so busy making the album last year that I postponed it. And this year, I think I'm so busy promoting it and running around with it that I just don't know if I'm gonna get it done this year. But the Royal Family Reunion is gonna happen. It's coming. Y'all stay with me on that, okay? Okay, this song that's on the album was a song that wasn't really for me when I recorded the song. I wasn't recording to put on this particular album. This song was a huge record back in the day, in the what was the 80s? Yeah, I think the 80s. DeBarge, DeBarge, All This Love. That's right. Didn't know I did that, did you? Yeah, I did All This Love by DeBarge. Um, Originally, I did this song. Eric was going there, and I was out in California, working on my album. And he and I and Demonte had worked in the studio that night. Before that, and then the next day, I think Eric, it slipped up on him that he had to leave and go over to Japan. So he was getting ready to work with Ruben Studdard um, last year on Ruben's album that he came out with. It was the entire album was an album of covers. So Eric was doing 2 songs on Ruben. So before Eric caught his flight, he couldn't make it to the studio to demo the song to send to Ruben Studdard. And so he called me and told me to go to the studio and demo the song. And when I got there, this was the song, All This Love by DeBarge. And so I got in the studio and recorded the song. Eric was gone for possibly a week. And when he got back and he heard the song and he's supposed to be getting back in the studio, getting in the studio with Ruben to cut the 2 songs on him, he decided that, nah, we're going to keep this song for my album. And that's how All This Love came about on this album. So no need for me to explain what that song, the inspiration was behind that song, because I didn't write it, but I know everybody know All This Love. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about. So hopefully one day, maybe DeBarge and myself will get a chance to share the stage and sing that song together. Um, that'll be very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I would love to. That'll be a highlight of my career. We only got one more song left on the album. And so before, we get to this, like once again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. And I basically, I appreciate you guys supporting me, for all of those of you that was there before, you know what I mean? I appreciate it for those of you that just came on board, the Calvin Richardson train, whatever you want to call it, Calvin Richardson experience. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? And my number one thing is I'm always going to try to give you quality music, or else I'm not going to put it out. And I just want to be around to keep that torch, to carry that torch for, for soul music, for real singers, for real musicians, and just people that love real music. I want to be the person to give to you. When you think about people that's making their contribution to the world as far as good music, I want to be the person that you think about. And I definitely want to continue to continue the tradition, and we'll continue to do it over and over and over and over again. And one day I'll be able to say I did my part. Like, I want to be a Charlie Wilson one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I wrote There Goes My Baby for Charlie. I know that, right? Along with Babyface, Babyface. It was amazing working with Babyface. But yeah, the last song on the album was about having that person at home, you being out on the road doing whatever your job may be. My particular job keeps me on the road, and so a lot of times me, it's that I found myself over the years looking forward to going home every time. It don't matter when I was whether I no matter what relationship it was that I was in, whatever that was. You know, I always look forward to getting back home to spend some quality time. You know, so the song "Home in a Minute" is like basically you know, when I'm out there, when I'm coming home, I'm not gonna let nothing get in my way, and when I get home, nothing's gonna get in my way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be home in a minute. I won't waste no time messing around. Get all up in it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I walk in, that's how it goes down. Um, I want some Teddy Pendergrass. Turn out the lights, um, and you know, just get down with it. So, you know, you guys, if you know, if you love to love, if you're in love, or you love to love, or want to be loved, you know, I just, you know, I encourage you to get this album and put it on Feel the Love, because you know, I'm gonna love on you, you know, and whoever you with, you know, they'll be able to, you know, take you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Did my part, and I've laid it out for you to be able to do whatever you want to do. Your part, take it there. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit. We gonna love tonight, all night. You know what I mean? The whole album. I am Calvin. You know. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I guess it's about time for me to hop off of here. You know, I stuck around for a while. I gotta go to Instagram, see what's going on, see if you guys been what you guys talking about, what we looking like. You know what I'm saying? But it's been fun. But now I gotta run. Like I said, my house is full of boxes. You know, the movers just took me, boom, boom, sat me down and left me. So it's all good. All right then. Well, I gotta run, y'all. Get that album tomorrow. Well, in a couple hours. Let me see. What time is it? Oh man, you only got 3 hours to go, and you should have it. And let's turn it up. Turn it all the way up. Turn down for what? Peace, y'all. I'm gone.